Let's get it! What's good, everybody in the building, man? We got some pickups in the building today. We are in full effect for July, and we got a lot to talk about. One in particular, man, Bad Bunny and Adidas are bringing it back once again with another version of the Gazelle Indoor, as well as a new collaboration with Union on the Field General. Let's dive straight into this week's Got 'em Early. First things first, got some, I guess, more general release type of ordeals to pop up for you guys and girls out here. One in particular that caught my eye, at least, is this brand new Air Max 1 that seems to pay a little bit of that tribute to the Olympics. As you guys and girls know, the Olympics are right around the corner. There's actually a few different colorways dropping for Jordan brand as well as Nike. Kobe even got a little colorway that's coming back with a little bit of a twist on there. And we have this Air Max 1 that pretty much, like, look, I don't even know the specific colorway, but it's obvious. You got the red, whites, and blues with that gold on there, for which we are going to be aiming for this whole entire Olympics. And I'm looking forward to it. It's something about the Olympics that just is always like heartwarming of some sort. I don't know, it's something about it. It's the constant games going on throughout the days, the different games, and of course, the big games like Simone Biles, her comeback is coming up, as well as Sha'Carri Richardson that is going to be doing her Thug Thizzle. So I'm looking forward to seeing these ladies go out and compete, because it's a lot of solid women representing the USA this upcoming Olympic season. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm not like all into every single athlete, but I know about Simone Biles and of course Sha'Carri Richardson. So those two I'll be definitely keeping an eye on, but it's also just watching it for the fun of the sport. So the retail on this shoe was $150, and from what I just went and looked at, these are, I guess, released on June 17th, so they should be already available now. So check out the link down below in the description. I will, if they are available, at least I will put a link to these bad boys for you guys to cop. $150 Air Max 1. Next up, we have another iteration of the Nike Book 1 from Devin Booker, and this is the Barely Grape. These are nice, I'm not gonna lie. These are called the Barely Grape, or also given the name Lilac Bloom. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but Lilac Bloom. Now, we've shown a couple of the Devin Bookers here, and when it comes to like Nike basketball, at least from the standpoint of new releases, not the retros that we see like the KD4s, I gotta say, man, like Devin Booker right now is kind of like leading the way. I'm trying to think of like who else. Of course, you got Damian Lillard. He's about to drop his new collaboration with Bape on, I think, was it the Dame 9 or some sort. KD, LeBron, they're still pushing their new retro models that are, for the most part, they're decent, but nobody's going out there and grabbing them, I guess, from a sneakerhead standpoint, but more so from just playing in basketball in. But from a sneakerhead standpoint, aesthetically, Devin Booker really is doing it right now, in my opinion. Like, his shoes look good. You know, Ja Morant here and there. Don't forget LaMelo Ball, still pulling it, pushing it with his as well. But I feel like Devin Booker right now is kind of leading the way with this one, and this one in particular is the Lilac Bloom, aka Barely Grape. Now, these are set to release on July 18th. Is so far the release date. Not much information out yet on this particular shoe. I don't know if I said July 8th, but I meant July 18th. The retail price point is going to be $140 on this particular shoe. Now, this shoe kind of looks a lot like one of the first iterations of the shoe, which was that Phoenix Suns all over orange, which this is a monochrome all over kind of Barely Grape. That's actually what it states on the box. Barely Grape / Daybreak is the actual colorway on this particular pair, but it's also been given the name Lilac Bloom, or that's the name I've been seeing floating around. I've seen Barely Grape and I've seen Lilac Bloom when talking about this particular pair. And it's almost like a lavender, a very, very washed out light lavender on the shoe, and it's all monochromed out, but of course you have what appears to be like a patent leather on that swoosh, as well as on that ankle collar around the whole entire shoe. And pretty much like all other Book ones, as far as the pattern goes, as far as the, well, Nah, I guess this one's a little bit slightly different because you have the front half of the shoe and that suede material as well as along the laces, and the back ankle feature that suede, but then you have what appears to be like a canvas or hemp-like material on that mid area where the swoosh is at. On the back, you got the typical back tab with chapter 1. You have 96 on the front for the year of Devin Booker book. And then on the back, underneath the tongue, of course, you know it features his family seal. These will be releasing, as I stated, on July 18th for a retail price point of $140. And when it comes to the books, man, like, believe it or not, there hasn't been many like amounts that I've seen stores getting, or at least from what I know, like from certain stores out there, but they do very, very well. Like, there may be pairs sitting on certain sites and all that, but for the most part, like, Soul Play has gotten pretty much every colorway, and they pretty much sell out each and every time, or there's like a few pairs lingering afterwards. So this is definitely a shoe that you might want to keep your eye on if you decide to get your hands on it, because you just never know when it comes to these ones in particular. Now, the other thing I would say about this pair, and at the time of this recording, which is, we're recording this particular video on July 2nd. You might be watching this on July 10th or July 8th or 7th, 6th, whatever, right? There is no inspiration behind this shoe yet. Every single one that has pretty much released, Rattlesnake, Haven, the Mirage, all of them have had like inspiration or a story or a theme behind it. Haven being his dog, the Rattlesnake kind of representing, you know, Arizona and the snakes and the rattlesnakes within that, you know, of course in the desert. The Mirage, that one I forgot. I think it's also like representing of course, like the Mirage or the desert as well. The Lilac Bloom or Barely Grape, there has not been much of a story put out yet. But I think as we get closer, maybe leading into next week, more information on this will drop, and we'll probably drop a review on this channel or on Too Wild for TV to follow up and let you guys and girls know about this shoe. So stay tuned. We'll dive in more in depth on this one in the near future. Next up, we have in a collaboration that's been delayed, but finally it released, and it released actually on Union on June 28th, and is releasing later on the Sneakers app, as far as I know right now, July 10th. That is the Union Field General, and this is in the white and black, I think. My bad, guys. It's the Union Field General, and this is the ivory colorway. Nike Field General SPU, the Union collaboration. Now, this is the particular colorway that is going to be releasing to the masses. There is a special exclusive edition that dropped over on Union. And the funny thing, because I was doing a little bit of research about this in particular, there's 3 colorways. There's this one, there's the Union exclusive, and then there's like a navy one or like a black one, I would say. I think it's black, actually. I have not heard much about that one, but the Union one and this one are actually right now sitting on Union's website. Couple sizes left, but as we speak, these are available, as well as the exclusive version is available right now over on Union's website. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, these are nice. We reviewed the Union General. We actually picked up a pair of the Field General that dropped a couple months ago. Maybe it was in May or June. We picked up the original colorway, that white red with the black midsole or outsole, my bad, the black outsole. And it's nice. Like, this is a very nice looking shoe overall. These are retailing at $120, so they are pretty, for the most part, very affordable too. They are, for filling them texture-wise, a very solid overall build. The outsole is pretty tough. You got that waffle pattern on the bottom of there as well. As far as the material goes on this shoe, it's like a wide variety of materials, obviously. You got a suede back panel on that back of the ankle right there. You got a little bit of leather going throughout even the toe box to the back part, but you have paneling on top of that with a suede paneling featured around the toe box. Also with that same type of guard on the outsole that is kind of high up there, as you can see, featured on the tip of the toe box. You also have what appears to be double layered mesh, because you have an orange mesh and then on top of that a white layered mesh that is featured on the toe box as well as on the side panel on both sides. And then you also have some just polyester lining with 3M stripes going through it on the back and the side panels or the side tabs, which kind of remind me, you know, of that Jordan 4 Dunk. If you look at that this specific panel and the shape of it, it reminds me a lot of that. It kind of reminds me of like a construction worker type of jacket material, and this overall even kind of look a little bit in a way. You also have some leather featured on the swoosh, which is a gray color, you know, and it's some typical leather. I wouldn't say it's more like a tumbled gray leather feature there. Ivory, light or wood, and BRN are the colors. Size 8.5, Union LA on the tags, and yeah, nice. And it comes with a lot when it comes to the packaging. You got 3 stickers of Union. So you got 3 Union stickers. You got 2 sets of additional laces, so 3 laces in total. And you got this little foamy, I forgot the name of these, a specific name they call these, but the little foamy ball right here with the Union Nike for the football, because that is what the Field General was utilized as back in the day, like old school. You know, these were actually cleats first, and then they changed it to that lifestyle shoe. But the OG Field Generals had those, you know, the cleats on the bottom. So, and now if I can find a picture, I'll show that. But what appears from even the box standpoint, the packaging is very, very nice. You have this capsule that is featuring that like of a locker, and it's old school locker. You open it up, and obviously the shoes are right there. I love Union. It says Union was here on the box. I love Union though, because Union really, in my opinion, out of the collaborations like with Armand Manier and all them, that they do great stuff as well. Not knocking them, but they've been really pushing the envelope as far as diversity in their collaborations. Yes, they started off with the Jordan 1, and I think with the Jordan 4 as well, kind of like came in a little later on. But since then, they've done Cortezes, Field Generals, Jordan 2s. I feel like it's another one I just can't think of right now. They did the one recently, the BBBS, the Bethy Beauty Supply Jordan 1. And they've been, though, kind of getting outside of just the Jordan brand, even though they've done Jordan brand products, but they've done stuff like what you see here with the Field General. When it comes to Armand Manier, and it's not to knock Armand at all, but Armand, you know, they've just pretty much been dealt some of the best models, 5s, 4s, you know, 1s, 3s, 2s. They've gotten all of those, and I'm just trying to think before I even speak if Armand has ever did anything outside of Jordan brand. Social Status, which is, I believe, the parent company or sister company of Armand, has dipped and dabbed, of course, into the Mac Attack, so I got to give them that there. But I don't know, just something I think about and give respects to Union, because they deal with a lot of different products, and I feel like even though, hey, these are sitting, I don't give a damn. These are still looking very, very nice and extremely affordable for $120. Like, I personally may pick up this pair. The reason why I'm saying may is because the brown pair, which I like that colorway a little bit more, my size is sitting right now over on Union's website. Like, it's sitting there right now, as we speak at least. It could be sold out by the time I drop this video, but I went to it and they released on Union's website on June 28th. So, I mean, it's been there for a couple of days now. So we've seen that before when it comes to Union. The Cortezes, they sat for a little bit. A lot of the Union collaborations have sat for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie though, I would like to see, even though we kind of went through that phase, I feel like Union would do a very nice waffle runner. I feel like they would do well there. I don't know, this is me general, but this particular pair is nice. And the shoe itself has already released, but it is releasing on sneakers on July 10th and over on Soul Play as well. So I may grab a pair of these, you know. Now, I didn't know till I saw on their website. I think they said these run big, and they said to like grab a size down. So I'm gonna try this right now so that you guys don't have to wait till the review to see later, because I got that size 8.5, and I'm just trying to see how these fit, because that's what they recommended on this particular shoe. And they kind of do look a little big, I ain't gonna lie. They fit me fine. Let me check their website and see, did it say size up or size down? So on the website, it does say these shoes run big and they recommend going down half a size. I'm wearing a size 8.5. There was a little like room. It wasn't a room that, it felt like it, to me, it felt true. You can do what you want to do. If you want my, let's try it again for y'all, man. I gotta make sure, because y'all might be like, Tony, I wanna hear what you guys say, not what they gotta say. I mean, a 9 wouldn't have been bad either. So like wearing it, like if I'm moving around a little bit, like I can feel some parts, like my toe touch the tip, but you guys know I like my stuff snug anyway, so it doesn't bother me. But I could say they do run slightly small. If you like room, go up half a size. So I'm 8.5, go up a 9 if you want that room. If you're cool with snug, like me, then you'll be fine. I mean, these are 8.5, you should be fine. That's what I just gotta say to that. But 120, you get all this. I think this is a pretty solid deal on the shoe in general. No pun intended, feel general, get it, you feel me? But they're available now. These are available right now on their website, or you can wait till July 10th and grab them over on Nike. But they got these as well as the brown pair in a couple of sizes. This pair, I think they had like way more. The brown pair was like a little bit left. Last but not least, we've seen this one recently. Gazelle Recreo Blanco, okay? And it was a big release for the most part, at least for Soul Play it was. But now we're getting it in another colorway, and that is the Bad Bunny Adidas Gazelle Benito. All right, guys, so we have another colorway. Now, these are called, or at least what it says here, Benito, because it usually says Benito on a lot of Bad Bunny shoes. But we do know that that blue pair was given the name San Juan. So that one was like a more of an exclusive. It seemed more like maybe a limited release of some sorts. This one, for the most part, you know, oh, you still got the additional set of you know, outsoles. You guys know though, obviously when it comes to some of these releases, sometimes you get the bag as well, that they'll release like a limited version and then like a version that's more available to the public. I don't know if this is the case with this one in particular, but the fact that it says Benito there, it makes me think that maybe this one will be the one that's a little bit more widely available. Now, out of the two, the baby blue definitely pops. It definitely looks nice. I have no issues with it whatsoever. Beautiful looking shoe. But I definitely like this one for the everyday wear. You have a leather now base compared to that suede that's featured on the shoe. So you got leather, and then you got suede that is wrapped around that toe box alongside going up the laces right there. Gum bottom, once again, which I like a lot. And these remind me a lot of a pair of, I want to say they were Sambas. I had a pair of Sambas like this. Man, I rocked them in high school. I think I want to say my 9th grade year. And they were fire, bro. They were white and black. They remind me a lot of these, but they were Sambas, not Gazelles. If they were good, I'll find a picture. They may be Gazelles, they may be Sambas. I can't remember, but it was just like this. Same exact thing, white and black, and then it had the gray on the toe box, and then of course that line went up the middle like that, and then the tongue was had like exposed foam. But I like what they did here. Me personally, as I stated before, I like this one a little bit more. But like for it being that special edition Bad Bunny shoe, I do like the baby blue. Like I get it. If I want that like collab shoe that's like a nice to it, I like that. Now this looks more like a just typical Adidas release because it's just white and black, fairly simple colorway, nothing extravagant or crazy there. But at the same time, it's something that can be rocked and worn with everything. Where that blue, you know, it pops a lot. You got to make it make sense. This, you can rock it every single day, beat it in the ground and not have an issue, you know, whatsoever. So this one does not have a release date yet so far. So just be on the lookout as it may come sooner than later. It is releasing in July. We'll just have to wait and see, but we will get a review out for you guys and girls on this one, just like we did for the other one. So stay tuned. As far as the name, like I called it the Benito, but obviously the Benito is like on all of his shoes, or a majority of it has his name Benito on there. So we don't know yet if it's, you know, the last one, like I said, was called the San Juan. It had San Juan on it. I don't know if this one's called the Benito or if it's just going to be called the Core White or what. We'll have to just wait and see. And when we drop the video, we'll have more information on it. But coming soon to a store near you or online. These are fire. I'm looking at them on the camera right now, and these are fire, no lie. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys and girls as always, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.